Hello, everyone. Dr. Eames here. This time I'd like to talk about S corporations. Now, this is an interesting organizational type created by the government. And what it does is it provides some liability for other types of businesses like sole proprietorships and partnerships that they may not have, particularly the sole proprietorship. And then again, the tax regulations are different. You're taxed like a sole proprietor. So any income you get is taxed as personal income and so forth. Um, and what's interesting about S corporations is that they have shareholders, and they are similar to a corporation in that they're going to have a director and employees, and they're going to have maybe a board, and but they gain that liability protection that really is what you don't have when you're a small sole proprietor. What we see is that there are some very specific sort of requirements for these S corporations. For one thing, they can't have more than 100 shareholders. Now, shareholders are people that own some specific stock that the S corporation has issued. It doesn't put a limit, as far as I know, on how many shares of stock, but it can't be more than 100 shareholders total who own this stock. And so these shareholders really vote on all the officers of the company and so forth, and have normal sorts of rights like they would as stockholders in a regular corporation. I think originally when the S corporation was created, it might have been 75, so it's increased a little bit over time. And so what we also see is one of the requirements for these shareholders is that they be individuals who are either citizens of the U.S. or they're permanent residents. They could also be estates of individuals who are acting as individuals and so forth. They could be shareholders as well. One other requirement for the S corporation, as far as the government goes, you can't get 25%, more than 25% of your income from these passive sources, which means sort of donated to you and so forth, where you don't really go out and earn the money. So it is possible that you could start out as an S corporation and possibly have some legal entanglements with your finances or something and lose your S status. The biggest thing that would happen from the government's point of view is they would restrict your ability to operate as an S corporation. But that would last for 5 years, and then in some case like that, you would have the ability to go ahead and start another one. Okay, folks, that's all I wanted to talk about this time. I'll talk to you again soon.